wanna win.
It's not about football.
It's about
though. It's just
football. I
about-
think
it's
he's
just
also
about
saying
the
it's
friendly
friendly
spirit.
He's saying in the spirit of it.
It's in
But
the
I
spirit
think
of the game, you know.
competition that we
That comes
we
out, bro.
put ourselves in, right? It's more of like, dog. I think there's that thing where we're gonna take it very far. We're gonna take it like very far. Like last week, right?
What do you mean?
Like
Give me
the thing.
context. Give me context. Like,
It's
what are you
gonna
talking
get
about?
physical.
What are you talking
Like-
about? Give me context.
Dog, Khoto's complained that sometimes these guys kick, and the gents
yeah?
don't say, "No, dog, it's obvious I kicked you."
Yeah, atta boy.
I go because I'm
enough, fair
competing, and you've been chatting shit to me, and we 4-0 down, and then you chuckle when you score the third goal, because Khoto maybe does a bicycle kick, he scores. He did that. I hit Max with that. Obviously, if I'm on the other team and I saw this guy, he from the halfway line lifted the ball, dog, over the goalkeeper. I'm gonna kick him, bro.
This guy's burning up.
But no, bro. Like
I'm gonna kick him.
no, but you
But
see,
in
like
competition, I get what Khoto say. Dog, when I'm in the moment, dog, I shouted Max after the game. I said, "Dog, hide."
Hardy.
But five-a-side
crossed the line.
level, but five-a-side level, dog.
dog.
It's football, bro.
Five-a-side level.
Okay, sure.
I've
I'm
seen
in the sense
some-
I'm going
when
to
you
Nina.
guys are consistent. I've seen you guys last year when you consistent. I've seen you guys argue there.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I've seen you
we
guys
can,
do
we
mine.
mu- in fact, we must argue. You know what I
I'm
mean,
more
bro?
the mediator, though. I also believe in what he's saying, bro. If it's five-a-side level, it's sharp. But if we're playing like 11 aside, there's something at stake.
Maybe, sure. Let's go.
Bro, my pride is at stake, dog.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We
we're back.
play every week.
Bro, my pride.
I'm not gonna respond to these losers.
Bro, it's
We
it's
back.
just so tough. I'm gonna give
And
it.
we
I'm
have a
gonna.
guest.
I'm gonna.
Good
I'm,
stuff.
oh,
Yeah.
wait. Sorry.
I'm
Let's
not
move
gonna
on.
respond to these guys because I believe in competition, but we back.
It's competition, but we
Khoto,
don't have
how
to.
you doing?
I'm
I
saying we don't
believe
have
in
to hurt.
competition as well, my friend.
We-
But you know what the worst part is?
Look, I have
No,
nothing
no,
going on
no.
with me.
Whoa,
At another point,
whoa.
dog.
Can I say
I
something?
work 4 days
Rita,
a week.
Rita,
I land
Rita,
on Thursday.
Rita, can I say something?
Yeah.
It's really odd that the two oaks in the room that are the
Oh,
shittest
no,
are playing for competition and the two oaks that are Nandi.
No, it's because these guys, they're so used to that thing of
To be
like,
fair.
when people say, dog, you're just that guy. I think there's that thing where you go,
And
"Hey,
they're
dog,
both light skinned.
it needs to be
Why am
luxury,
I
man.
here?
It's a
No,
luxury,
bro.
man. That's my problem.
No,
So I'm
bro.
gonna
Yeah.
play-
Bro,
I'm gonna get my money's
dog,
worth,
I
bro.
played in the hood, bro. I played this. I grew up playing this in the hood.
Hey, right
I know
now-
what it is to
right
kick.
now,
I
you
know
don't
what it is to
that guy.
compete.
That guy, you're not that guy anymore.
No,
You've
I'm
lost
still that guy. I'm
That
saying
guy when
I'm
they
old.
you got up 8. You haven't.
Dog,
you
I'm
haven't
saying
had that in
I'm
years.
saying I'm older. I'm saying if I have to, if you have to
are
kick
happy
me and
playing
I
at
say
Discovery.
no.
You're happy
Nah.
playing at Discovery.
What?
We have no ref. Also, some things are going to be ambiguous. Dog, it's
You
a
guys are
judgment
not-
of, dog, when I give this guy the foul now, I am
Okay,
6-0 down.
I don't mind ambiguous. I don't mind
But it's
ambiguous.
fine.
Okay, anyway, you know what?
It's fine.
Let's move on.
It's
from
fine.
this.
How
I'll
are
see
you?
you on
We're-
Thursday.
Yeah, we have a guest, gents.
Have you settled
We have a
the
guest.
debate?
Yeah,
Like,
I'll
let's
see you on
let's
Thursday.
behave. We have visitors.
Ah,
Please.
My friend, I
Check it.
apologize. Ne? I
Yeah.
apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get unruly, but
I've seen it happen at five-a-side, so I kind of read the room very well. So don't worry.
Yeah.
I read the room very early, so I'm
Ah.
good. I'm good.
No. You guys are crazy, but it's
Yeah.
fine. Steve, how you doing,
Oh,
dog?
good. Thanks to you, boys.
You got an amazing top, my boy.
it's a
Thank
clean
you.
one.
The
Eh?
fact
Yo,
that it's still in good condition,
bro.
it's impeccable.
It's crazy how I found it, dog. Like I could obviously now the pod things are all over, so
Yeah.
I actually watch a lot of Jabs and Gabs and Jules podcast.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So if you notice, Gabs is always wearing like your vintage.
100%.
Yeah. So I got home and my mom just whipped out like my Man United Italian.
Wow.
Take care
Your
of it,
mom's a
man.
star, bro.
Wait,
Yo,
look at it. It's
bro.
a bit,
No, it's just the K, that's all.
bro,
Now-
but you're
now
so
it's heck
clean.
ham.
Ash,
It's heck ham, but we understand, dog.
yeah, no, it's a nice one, chance.
No. So, boys, I was having a conversation with Odo on the phone, right? And so I was saying to Odo, we're talking about Ghana not making it, right? In the thing. And I was like, yo, bro, I think
Not
Ghana,
qualifying
Nigeria-
for CAF,
Not
yeah.
qualifying for CAF. Ghana, Nigeria are not what they used to be in terms of, there were teams that you were like, oh my fucking word, that's a team, right?
Yeah.
And so this guy, and then Ope was saying, yo, but it's, what's the thing? He says, one, Nigeria have never been that 11. I say, no, bro. Super Eagles used to be Super Eagles, bro. Ghana used to be Ghana, right? We're not talking about Kotoba where it was 11 guys that couldn't win a tournament together. We're talking about guys that could take it far, right? But because of the guys that you have now, in Nigeria, you have 11 guys that 2 maybe converted because they couldn't make it to an English side or Italian side, right? You have 4 other guys who play in Spain, 3 other guys in England, 2 other guys in what's the thing, Germany, for example, right? And then you compromise that 11 and expect them to play all together, like what Ronaldo's saying, right?
Wait,
about
wait,
Brazil.
whoa. Don't go to that. I want to hear you here.
So my
'cause-
point, no, I'm saying that what Ronaldo said, I
No,
agreed with
don't
it.
link them. Don't link them. They,
Okay, fine.
Yeah, they
What
different
I was
for me.
saying is that to Odwa that, yo, bro, you don't look at the Super Eagles 11 and say there's a Super Eagle representative. So Odwa was saying it's just you cut in the nostalgia of who again?
Bro, you know what I said, right? I was like,
John Obi Mikel.
John
yes.
Obi Mikel.
Yeah.
When Nigeria won CAF,
Yeah.
besides John Obi Mikel and Victor Moses, who else was in that team? Name me the starting 11. So I'm just like, if I look
He's
at that
saying it's
team,
never been there with Nigeria.
like for me, it's never been. Nigeria have always had great players,
Yeah.
but they've never
But
been
not
a
a
great
good
team.
team.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You think?
But
Nigeria's
wait,
never been a
wait.
great team?
What's
That's what
what's
he's
a great team? Are you do
I
you
was
want?
saying Ghana, Egypt.
Are we measuring these teams in terms of titles?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If I could take it to semi-final, let's leave titles. If in every tournament, because I was saying to him that in the 4-year cycle, when AFCON was a 4-year cycle, that is like the greatest era of like Ghana, right? Because
I
04, 08,
kind
04,
of
08.
beg to differ when it comes to the Black Stars and Fana. Like Ghana have had some seriously good players, but I think as a team they've kind of fluctuated a lot. Like Ghana has
But
never,
the 04 to 08 cycle, I was saying to him, is a good Ghana team.
but in context of what you're saying in totality, that like we're speaking about these two teams actually being like powerhouses, really good teams, right?
Yes.
Over good players. Ghana has had good players. I'd rather say Ghana's had good players. They haven't really had a
Yes.
good team.
I
I'd say that with Ghana. I would say
See,
I
can
would
you
say
check
100%.
for me the 08,
I
the
wouldn't
08
say that.
Ghana
I wouldn't
team,
say
eh?
that
Don't
much with
talk
Nigeria.
08.
Nigeria's had a good
No, I just want to check
has
something.
had good teams.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Good-
That's
I don't
what
think
Nigeria
so,
had
bro.
good teams.
Nigeria's had
When
good
though?
teams,
When
bro.
though?
They always have.
There's always had.
From
I
your-
think it's this current ideation
From
of
JJ
it.
Okocha to bro, there's always
Bro,
been.
No,
Nigeria's
you naming
always
me
been
players,
that guy.
bro. Do you get what I'm saying? You naming
But
me
I
players,
think
yeah?
every African national team has been players, never teams.
That's what I was saying to Odo.
I think the most star-studded African teams I've seen.
A player orientation.
No, actually, do you know when I started enjoying African football?
When?
LRG Diouf, Senegal.
The World Cup team.
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
2006
yeah.
team.
2002
But
team.
that,
Yes,
but
yes,
that,
yes.
but that
Okay.
team, I don't remember the team.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
team
But
was
you-
fucking good.
I remember the manager now, the one with the dreads that's been managing the whole of Africa for all the time. The Cameroon. Is it-
Senegal.
Senegal, yeah. He used to be a
Yeah,
player, yeah.
yeah. So I remember
Cisse.
Cisse, Pape Cisse,
yes,
I think
yeah.
it is, yeah. So when I think only LRG Diouf. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough.
Papa
Fair
Diop.
enough,
What
fair
about
enough.
Papa Diop?
Papa
Remember
Diop.
Papa Diop?
Yeah, but my guy,
Yeah,
my
I hear what
guy
you're saying.
was LRG Diouf. So I don't remember.
Wasn't
starting
Cisse in
11.
that other team? Jibril Cisse was in the same team, ne?
Jibril
It
Cisse
says
came.
it's French, my boy.
He's French.
Hey.
Yo, I apologize
Don't
for my
you do
outburst.
that. My bro, my
Yeah.
bro.
My
played with
second
Zidane,
team was
don't do that.
Cameroon.
Wow, bro, then
Because
my
of,
brain
I had
give me the
Rebbe
dirtiest.
Song, Alex Song,
That
CJ, you give me the
Eto,
dirtiest.
that's a team.
That was a powerhouse team with
Yeah.
great players
Yes.
as well. You know,
Okay, wait, I want to hear
Yo.
this Ghana team. Wait, just tell me the Ghana team first. Yeah. Yeah. Leave goalkeeper, man. I just want 11.
he's part of the
It's part of the 11, but sure. Thanks, mate.
Okay. No, because my point is that, like, while he looks, my point to Odo was that, right? My point for Odo was that I don't think, like, prior to this, remember, like, the biggest teams in the African continent were, it's your Ghana, it's your Nigeria, it's your Cameroon. In no ranking,
yeah, no,
Cameroon.
100%.
Tunisia had a strong team at that point.
Yeah.
A bit. They did a bit. They did have a run. They have a run. You have Egypt. You have
Egypt,
right?
yeah. Always have to give.
You always have to
Egypt,
give Egypt, right? This is before the Algerians come out, the Moroccos and all. We're talking about those guys.
If you're
Right.
talking African powerhouses.
Yes, I'm saying at that point.
Yeah, for us.
And for us. And
Yeah.
I'm saying what's killing them now in this current ideation is that, yo, dog, oh yes. So I said to Odwa, I compare this to Bafana. I said, dog, when you have 11 guys who play in the same league, and then you breed them in the same thing, and the majority of the team, when you started off and you started fixing it, is with what's the thing with Sundowns players, right? The cohesion, the
Cohesion, yeah.
the cohesiveness of it is going to be way quicker than Nigeria, where it's like how Iwobi was saying in the one interview that, dog, now you land in there and niggas are speaking about things that are relatable to guys who grew up in Nigeria, and then you can't relate on some things. So the DSK that you're playing has never been the same, because your system's been Arsenal, right? You're an Arsenal player. His system was maybe 10 till the age of 15 was here, then he left. You have Lookman coming from the other side, where the federation...
But that's always been what it was, is what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
but because they played longer maybe in the same region for a certain amount of years before
Not
they go
really.
overseas.
Where?
That was my crap,
Bro, those guys don't have leagues.
Bro,
Yeah, I was also going to say that. I don't even.
So then what's the problem? If you're saying that it's never been that, why are they not producing those guys anymore?
Which guys?
I'm saying in the 11 right now of Nigeria, there's no that guy.
No, there is that guy. Lookman is probably one of the best
Okay,
African
Lookman,
players
yeah,
right
let's
now.
say
Yeah, Lookman is there.
Let's say Lookman.
Victor Osimhen is there. Let's not discard him. Victor Osimhen is there.
Osimhen is there.
You know that feeling, what I'm saying. Remember what I was saying? That black star, you know that one of the Puma, where the star's here,
Bro.
on the skipper. It's
for me,
sad, bro.
guys, you know I love Michael Essien, so I know I'll always like I love that Ghana team because of that, bro.
Yes.
Stephen Appiah playing in
Bro, do you understand?
Stephen
Stephen
Appiah.
Appiah,
Salim
Superman.
Muntari, sure. Clean
Bro,
players.
bro.
But it's just like now,
Now, That's what I'm
know, bro.
saying.
I don't know.
So,
So
so
But
Ope's
guys-
opinion was that the federations are the reason why these kids messed up
Yeah.
in CAF.
Yeah.
He says, yo, bro, federations are the ones that because federations are now telling coaches, come in as a coach, and they're saying to STs, what look, man. Figure it out, look, man.
yeah. Actually, that's what Hugo Bruce did right with Safa, actually, because he got in and he didn't want to listen to what Danny Jordan had to tell him. Like they kind of almost picked, like, you play Tembas one, you play these
You understand
these
what I'm
guys
saying?
are already
Yes,
in the,
yes.
and then he said, well, hold up.
That's not how I operate.
So
Yeah.
then
And-
you
and he looked at-
agree
yeah.
with what Ope is saying.
In that sense,
the
100%.
federation-
No,
100%.
FAs are a
Federation
problem.
fault.
But I
Yeah.
also wanna put parity between the past and present players. Like I feel like every time, if you listen to maybe a cat who's probably like maybe 16 right now, and he's telling you about his players and whatever, they'll look at like your Michael Essiens, all those powerhouses that we look at. They won't see what we saw, dog. Like
Sure.
that's why I feel like we'll always have this conversation now. Those guys were better, dog. Like those guys were great. Like we'll look at Ukman, and you'll never come close to like a JJ or Kocha or whatever.
But why?
Because for us, even this generation of players that play in the Premier League, whatever, they just don't.
They don't give you a
feel-
feeling.
They don't give me that thing.
They don't give you a feeling.
They don't feel like they're good enough.
System players,
Yeah.
you
You know
have,
what I mean?
they're system players. So when you take system
No,
players,
wait.
The nostalgia that we have
It's
growing
gone.
up, right?
Yeah.
Now we're looking at football differently. When you watch football when you're 14 or 13,
Because the game's changed.
and besides, when you're watching it at that age, what it meant to you and how these guys made you feel, that lives with you longer. So right now, when we watch these guys, well, look, man, no, this guy's not really, because now we're actually a little bit more tactically skewed. We're looking at-
100%.
You know what I mean? So you can go back and watch tapes of some of these guys back then, all these guys, and you can check some of them were actually not that great. Like you
no, they were.
No, some of them
Have
were.
you watched- have
You
you watched
go
some of
back,
the EPL?
go back and
Watch
watch
EPL
and watch some of these
You will
guys.
say,
Oh, but no,
Tony Funes was a coach, guys.
No, man, these
Like,
guys
I was
were
there
not-
for that
No,
era.
yeah, some of these guys were not as
Brian
you know what I
Robson-
mean?
Brian
Yeah.
Robson was a coach.
No, but guys, sure.
Like, we've
but
seen
like,
some other things.
But guys, I
But
was
like,
Zoltan Kera. There were certain players that
That's
was like,
what I'm saying. My issue now is that I don't.
So comparing these two, sorry, just to
Yeah,
just,
the eras.
just comparing these two areas and like you're saying, these guys back then, and we're gonna look at this generation a little bit more critically, right? And we're gonna look at these players like they're never gonna hit those heights
Marks.
because
Those levels.
they're not making you feel
But also,
what
but
those
you know
Nigerian
why I was
players
saying
used to
this?
make you feel
What,
like.
what I'm saying
back
this
then.
from Steve is also from the performance in the tournaments. Let's excluding Nigeria when I was bringing up this because they made it to the finals, right? It's dog. It's that kind of thing where this guy. When they argued him, said, "So Vela, you're a scout. So your greatest thing is that you're a scout.
okay,
You're not a
so,
coach."
So give context. Give context.
Yes.
So basically, guys, this was sad. So obviously, Ghana got kicked out, right?
Yeah.
And then as they got kicked out, press conference. So one of the journalists asks the coach. He basically says to the coach, "So basically, you're a scout, mate, because
Like-
you clearly can't do your job.
Yes. The greatest thing you've done is
Like
find
the
players.
greatest thing you've done is like finding players. Like if you watch that clip, it's one of the funniest things ever.
Yes,
Because
because he was explaining where he was. I've been at Dortmund. I've been at this. Then he said,
Oh yeah,
"Your
that
best
guy.
time was being
Yeah,
a
I
scout."
know that, yeah.
Oh, can I also ask contextually, is Ghana not in a rebuild phase?
No, I don't think it's a rebuild. I don't think there's a direction.
It looks like that when you're rebuilding.
No.
Think of the era that
Can
you
I
sent.
go to Arteta, for example?
Have they not just
Oh,
no?
Actually,
No.
actually, I think it could be because it's like for the past maybe like when was the last time they were really good? Do you get what I'm saying?
When's
And
the
I-
last-
It's the
and-
Asamoah
and-
Gyan era.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That is the
And then-
last time.
And then it's
And then these young boys, the
Ayew
boys that play,
brothers.
the
Ayew.
Ayew brothers, they're like
But
the
that's
last-
also
they're like the
kind of
last-
thing.
that's the
They
lost of a
lost
dying breed,
and
nah?
they're not even that nine.
They weren't even
100%.
letting them-
But they're
that's what
the
I'm
not
saying.
even-
but they're the lost of that breed.
Mm.
So now you're having a new team. Are they not rebuilding?
No, they are rebuilding. I'd say they're rebuilding.
Egypt is going to go through the same thing because we lost what's that Al Ahly, the Abu Trikas of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can see it in Egypt. I see the vulnerabilities because they need to find the new Egyptian way of playing with a new crop of players. That's what Bafana's doing.
Yeah,
know
almost
what I
like
mean?
what Ivory Coast also did.
They had to.
yeah.
You had Didier Drogba, you had the Toure brothers.
Yeah, they had that
You have a
golden
crazy team.
generation.
Yeah, like
Yes.
a crazy team.
You
Yeah,
have
it
to.
was.
Belgium is going to struggle now.
You know why I disagree about the rebuilding? I think.
So you want to build it? You want to blame it down to the federation?
Yes. I get
Solely.
that part of what Ope is saying.
So there's no
Because-
there's no players in that country that can bring them back to that level. Is that what you're saying?
My argument is that, Ishtok, you know what's my thing, right? It's that these guys, that you have a development cycle, right? Whenever you're rebuilding, right? You have a development cycle, and then you're like, even though we might be rebuilding, we'll still have 2 or 3 guys that are achieving what we want, right? In terms of selection, where we want and what these players are. My argument, it still stems from the fact that, yo, bro, these players, find these guys as you guys prove me wrong, saying that these guys already shipping themselves already there, and then they came this side, right? Is that when you take some of these guys, right, and they come to this tournament, which is what requires the ball is slower compared to everything. So it might be physical, but the ball is slower. And it's a game-playing tournament. Like the last one now shocked a lot of teams because they were forced to play Diski. I'm saying from federation perspective, you're not pipelining this thing because you're just taking a guy.
Like who? Who pipelines?
I don't know who pipelines, but I think Morocco have an idea of what they're trying to do.
Okay, guys,
But you're talking about, how many Moroccan teams can you give me?
I'm saying now. I'm not doing
Yeah,
nostalgia.
so I'm saying-
removing the nostalgia argument.
Yeah, so I'm saying in the
that
world,
if you're a
no one's
powerhouse-
pipeline for you.
If you're a powerhouse,
We've never seen another 2010 Spain team. They had to go through a rebuild. Nobody can pipeline
but
a whole
the
national team like
style
this.
of the
I
player
haven't
they
seen it.
wanted was, even though it didn't work, the 11s didn't gel well. Spain knew what they wanted always.
Yes,
the basis
and
of
then
what you-
Barcelona crumbles and then the national team crumbles.
But
right?
there's still that thing is still there.
No, I'm just saying from a pipeline perspective at a national team level,
Yeah.
it's difficult, bro. Because Sundowns come in and be a domestic powerhouse and say we play this way. That means Hugo Bruce needs to say, Ish, if I want the best South African team, I have to kind of look at a system that works this way, kind of thing, right? He has to balance
But-
spending 3 days or 4 days with a crop of players and
Yes.
get the best results every time. He sees these guys maybe a month in a year.
Yes, but I'm saying, but it's easier to do that when a lot of guys, 11 guys that already made it professional. Half of you guys played Diski Dog. Half of you guys have played with some of the guys that are playing professional, right? You have met them. In one game or instance, if you get to the highest point of Diski, even if you don't make it into the PSL, but if you've played close enough, you guys have played with each other, right? So in South Africa, there's no argument where there's this guy. It's the reason why, who didn't work out now when I was saying it? Oh, I had this argument with Teb about Evidence Mahopa, right? And I said to him, you can't play, who's that boy that speaks French and many languages? Lebang Mutiba, ne?
Yeah.
Yes. When you play Lebang Mutiba, he plays against what you're doing because these 11 Ntwanas know what they're doing together because they played with each other and the style is kind of the same.
But
Where he comes with a system from England or France, when he plays it here, it's not going to implement itself.
But then
It's the Brazil argument.
But then now that's not down to the federation.
I'm
bro.
not saying federation. I'm saying, but what
in
it is-
general,
in general,
I'm
what
saying
the
nobody
purpose is-
pipelines, bro. I'm saying you pipeline with what
Very
you have.
difficult to do that.
You can't pipeline. You can't build a national team DNA unless you're like a crazy country that says we will do things
That I
this way.
get, but I'm saying that like
Look at France.
You can't. It's going to be very difficult to get what you're saying basically, to get these guys to play together, like that example of your Evidence and that guy that plays abroad.
Lebang Mutiba.
Yeah, the styles will never be the same. That's why the coaches have to identify a sort of game plan and a sort of identity that they want and fit the guys into the system that they want. Do you know what I mean? If you know you're going for an out-and-out number 9 who's just going to play with his back towards the
That's
to
what
the
you
goal,
go
he's a wall. Again, maybe done like what's that? Wall
Yeah,
pass.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ta,
100%,
ta.
Just
yeah.
get, yeah,
Yeah.
then you get
A
that
Giroud.
number 9. You know what I mean? Yeah, like a Rude
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be. So I don't know. I don't know if he's arguing with federations, and particularly Ghana's federation not being able to get them
Sustain.
back there and whatever the
Yeah.
case may be. I would say they are in a rebuilding phase because we haven't heard of Ghana doing well.
Yeah, in a
very
very long
long
time.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
Like the power dynamic shift in football, we see it all the time.
Yeah,
so
they're always like,
it's
everyone has
cycles,
their
you know what I
chance
mean?
at
So
cycles, yeah.
so it's not the time for Ghana right now. It's not the time for Egypt, I'd say right now. It's not the time for Cameroon either. You know, you'd give it to Morocco, Algeria, maybe Tunisia, maybe South Africa. Which other African nations are doing pretty well? Nigeria's still in there. You know what I mean?
Nigeria's there.
So yeah, I think after time, they'll come back.
Yeah, because like for
And
instance, if you're
they'll
right, because it's
unearth.
like Senegal. Senegal now is like
See, even them, like, I don't
the
even-
generation that they have now. It's
It's-
like maybe 2 or 3 years. Actually, I could say it's done already.
But I look at a lot of guys.
Yeah.
But they're like, you see the, I don't want to say B-list players, but like the guys not good enough to be at the very best, but in the good leagues. So you have your Papesa or your Isasa, guys who are like just on the brinks and the fringes of football at the highest level.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're like different, bro. Like when I look at Senegal now, I look at like I'm saying, like Sa for Spurs. I think he's good. I look at who's this guy, the big Senegalese centre back. He's not Upamecano. He reminds me of Upamecano. Centre back.
I'm saying,
Plays way.
Wait.
What club?
Which league?
He played at.
Napoli.
He was at Chelsea. Yeah,
He was in Napoli. Napoli.
Koulibaly.
Koulibaly. You see what I mean? So I think they're struggling, bro. Like they
they're there, but they're not there
Look,
in terms of numbers.
Like I think they've done what they like.
they did the
can.
highest they
You
could
get what I'm
do.
saying?
Yeah.
But this argument, when I was starting it, the point of it was to do the 360 of saying, when I was trying to bring the Brazil thing to you, say that, yo, I think everybody sending their players to Europe, the way now everyone's focused on Europe, and Europe dictating the style of ball, it'll make it that a World Cup or whatever for a very long time won't come outside of Europe, because no one is, as you were saying about the whole Pep argument, no one's providing antithesis to that.
Okay, so
Right.
gents can.
So they've modeled the type of player needed, the player situation systems that needed to win a tournament. That to get outside of that, Argentina, what we saw in Argentina is done, bro. That's the last time we've seen someone outside of Europe.
Can I
In
tell you
my
what I heard
opinion.
about the Brazil thing now? So somebody was explaining that in Brazil, from when you're 12,
Yes.
they then say, okay, you are Martinelli, we see you. Then they make you that,
Yes.
right? And then they make you that so that they can ship you out. So they're building players not for Brazilian football. They're building
That's
players.
Ronaldo's problem.
Exports.
Yes.
Who cares? Because Brazil's saying, we ship you out. Brazilians spend their money at home.
Yes.
So they ship Martinelli out, they ship Neymar out, and whoever else. These guys come back and pump money into Brazil. So clubs are making money because they're selling players
Yes.
at high prices. And these guys don't go out and buy players. So what's that club that Marcelo was at? Fluminense.
The one that they told him that
Flamengo.
we fought to them now.
Yeah. So
Fleming-
yes,
Fluminense,
these clubs make a lot of money. If we want to talk about sustainable leagues, those clubs make a lot of money. Their stadiums are always packed. They have massive followings. Then they sell your 17-year-old Enrique or Martinelli
Yeah.
for 50 M's. They make that money. They change it to the currency. They go get another young Martinelli at 12, 13, 14. And they're churning players out. So for them, it's an economic. They're solving for economic solutions. They're not looking for another Ronaldinho.
That actually makes sense.
Okay.
It's a money thing in
Okay.
Brazil for them to churn
So
out
I-
players
okay.
for the European
And it
market.
created sustainability, because look at what's happening in France. Okay.
Okay, guys, I want to ask a question. How did Hugo do it? So you're giving like us a little bit of insight in terms of, okay, so he kind of told like the federation, okay, this is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to do it. Do you have maybe?
Yeah, I think he came in. I think Safa's had that problem with a lot of interference, right? And it's also it's I don't know if it's just maybe Safa or all the other.
I think it's federation the
yeah,
problem.
but they're too involved in terms of what the coach needs to do.
England
co-
struggle with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the coach has to appease to his high authority. So when Hugo came in, Hugo kind of just put his foot down, I think, and I think because of it, just him being an older statesman, like he just he told the
He
guys.
didn't come to negotiate.
Yeah, like he knew how to negotiate. He told the guys, listen, this is what I want to do. The country was going crazy, like in his first stint when he started and not selecting the players that we wanted.
Yeah, 100%.
Like
No,
Kuzma
it's
Matala to come
uproar.
in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But eventually, he's got
We
it
see
right.
it now.
So I think with him, he just put his foot down and he basically told the federation that I'm not going to do it your way. And they gave him that little bit of respect, I think, which is what they like to do with
Local
our
coaches.
local coaches. So if it was to get the job or whoever was to get the job, they definitely
They wouldn't
give
give him that. Yeah.
So I think with him, they gave him that leeway to do his thing, and it's actually like
Work,
to
bro.
say like, you know what, if you give me trust and you've hired me, let me do the job. I mean, you don't want to get hired and then go spanning. You're constantly being told how to do your job.
you're
you
being
know?
micromanaged,
I went
yeah.
through the fucking interview process. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that worked well for Safa. I think.
You see, that's the thing that now makes you go. I understand now why if I'm FIFA and I add this amount of games, I'm saying, yo, dog, I have to add this amount of games so that one, a coach knows his team a lot more, because 4 days is not enough for you to figure out something, and then and you expect it in 2 to 4 years to go play a tournament, right? When I catch you 4 days every 3 months, so I have to add more meat to the games so that the product of the World Cup is more entertaining. Because World Cup back then, you're dependent on, outside of Brazil, where you're playing a style or whatever, in Germany, where the league is built for the style, niggas are playing in the same league. Half of these guys won tournaments on the base of pure playability, right? I don't say Didier Deschamps. You don't consider me your top 5 coaches. You don't look at, who's the guy that was at Brazil?
Why not? Why don't you consider him top 5?
I'm saying people don't, because of your mind doesn't go, he came with the system, right? In France, you could even reason it and say, I was Clermont-Ferrand at that place, that no, because these Intuanas are all bred together, he did this. The system's already like Belgium, where it's set up for that you don't go straight to shop when you look at international football, right? I'm pretty sure the most respected one is Joachim Löw, and who's the guy, man, that coached CJ, that coached
Joachim Löw.
Brazil?
I think the German guy.
98. He did 98.
The German guy is crazy.
Joachim Löw, for example, is crazy.
The German,
Right.
but I think it's because I saw him for so
But
long.
also, that's what I'm saying. That is so long that it's really you basically set up to fail. There's it, yeah.
Scolari.
Yes.
yes.
You understand how
What a guy.
you look at that guy and you say,
Yo, that guy came to Safa offices, guys. that was our coach.
then he shared his boy who can't chat English, and then at halftime you have a tight spot of 10 minutes. This guy must translate.
But it's tough, I
and
won't lie,
text it to you
because
guys.
I remember a headline. It was, in fact, it was the whole front page of the Daily Sun that said they showed like houses, man. Like they drew little houses, and they said this is how many RTPs the government could build with this guy's monthly salary. I think at the time he was earning 1.3 bar as a head coach of Bafana, and
Was
it's
that
tough
thing,
to do
man?
that job.
It's not Scolari. Our 2010 coach.
No, that's Scolari. It was
Wasn't-
Alberto Pereira.
Oh, that's
That was
Pereira.
Alberto Perez.
Ah, that's another guy.
That's another guy. You see
That's
what
a-
I'm saying to
that's
you?
some coons, that
But
one.
you're allowed to do that.
Then he left and he said-
You
he
know
called his
Dunga.
police. Come chow the money.
Then he said Santana.
Said,
"Yo,
I'm
these guys
gonna
actually
go
take
Check my wife.
Let me go check my lady.
Yeah,
You
he's
best
there.
his rights. You've never heard of Santana after that. You don't
Then he
understand
says,
that.
don't speak
You've
English
never heard of
to them.
Santana.
He says,
After that,
don't speak English to them. Don't
he
worry.
said, "Don't worry, you guys are idiots. They'll take your money."
Money.
We've
But I'm saying
come
that
a
you
long
have
way.
Dunga, you have these guys.
Santana was his place.
Yeah, that was Santana. The Santana came in.
So are you guys trying to say those Brazilians finished us?
Now they troubled us.
Nah, I don't think so.
Alberto
I think
Pereira came in for a year and said, "This is
Pereira
this
was a real deal. I mean, remember that team? Like he even had Kaka and
Yeah, he was
Masnela.
a-
Like he was playing that flying fullback.
Didn't Pereira play Confederations
Yeah, he did.
and not the World Cup?
No, he didn't take us to the World Cup. He had the build up.
He had the Confed, yeah.
The Confed.
Yeah,
and-
we do
but-
Compela,
but-
then-
but he was giving us something. He was giving us nice football.
Yeah,
He was
we
giving us
enjoyed
nice
him a
football,
bit.
honestly. Nonetheless, yeah. So
But bro, it's so tough. Like I was saying, that you have Pesita, then you say, oh, he needs to go, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
He's leaving. He's leaving. Wavaya,
Where guy?
Egypt. Eh?
He's leaving
I
one.
think he's gonna come home, bro. I don't know if anyone wants it.
Chiefs once.
I hope
waste.
not. I
I
hope
hope
not.
not.
I pray.
But that's the thing. Like we export Pesita, then we say he has to play in the national team because we exported him,
But
and he's
isn't
that
that a
good.
federation in Africa thing?
Yeah, sure. But my thing is like I hate the fact that we think,
changing a bit.
yeah,
It's not a guarantee. It's not a warranty.
go Dala or Kanti,
Belgian
so
and whatever. No,
it doesn't work that way
don't
anymore.
sit on the bench that side. They
Yeah,
do
like
nothing.
I don't understand that if you're not playing,
Yo,
bro.
Tino Ndlovu's. I mean, Tino Ndlovu's been overseas for how long?
the
But
craziest
how
guy.
many,
We
how many
must never
caps does he
say
have
that.
for Bafana?
In the history of Diski,
actually.
in the history of Diski, that guy is swindled
And
the greatest.
and he's proper balling, eh? I'm not. Like he's still like I don't know where
What
he is
the-
now, but I
Isn't
don't
he like
think
in
he's a great player,
Cyprus or
But I
something?
know that he's still.
He could be
living
Cyprus.
the
I
life.
think
He's
he's in
like a-
Cyprus.
he almost looks at Benzema as like that. That's my guy. Like he wants to live a Benzema lifestyle.
Yeah,
okay,
just-
He does.
No, he's that guy.
Yeah, he enjoys. He's enjoying
Just-
himself.
I've never seen his post. Nah,
Instagram,
I've
yeah.
never seen his post.
Yeah, it's
Oh, is that guy?
The push-ups.
Oh, is
then
it that
the
guy?
Ferrari. Yeah, that guy. That guy made money, bro.
But you don't know where he's playing.
I think he went to China or somewhere. That guy made money,
Yeah,
bro.
he
That
went
guy
to
made
China
money.
at some
He
point.
made proper
yeah.
money.
He
that
made
guy.
proper money.
Also,
That guy made
basically,
money.
he enjoyed his life. Guys, it's
Yeah,
Still
that's
is,
okay.
bro.
it's a good life, man.
That thing I
Yeah,
paid.
it's a good life.
Let me see where he's staying.
Dino
Yeah, but
Ndlovu.
let's see, I
So,
hope-
so it goes like that, and we actually have quite a lot of guys that are.
Wait,
Like that
where is it?
in Cyprus. Yeah.
Saka or Zaka?
Sakurai is a Spora.
Oh, which one is that one?
I don't know.
Yo,
And where even? Turkish delights.
nah.
I was
see,
typing his name on Google and it said Dino Ndlovu. Options were cars. That's how much money he's making. No, he just has many cars. That's right. Also, you saying he's a salesman there in Turkey. What are you saying, dog? No.
That's not nice, bro.
Shout out to Kila.
Bro.
Hey,
Shout out to my
Nah,
chief.
oh, shit, I forgot.
Bro.
Hey, yo, fuck you, dog.
See,
Hey,
Lele.
dog, fuck you, dog.
Shout
didn't
out
realize.
to
Nah,
Kila.
nah. No, I didn't click to me that.
Bro, this
When
guy's
you
being-
saying, oh, no, my name's become salesman. Hey, yo,
This
fuck
guy's
you,
being
dog.
disrespectful,
Hey,
bro.
no, that's
Yo.
not- Hey, yo,
That
fuck
is
you,
so
dog.
disrespectful.
Don't say that.
Another sports story does
He's
not
done with
condone
one.
that.
He's done with that.
Yeah, we don't sign. We don't co-sign that shit.
My guy is done with that, though. He's done with that.
No, bruh.
Really?
I think
What's
he's,
with that?
yeah, I don't think he's there anymore.
Oh, okay.
He's done.
clean,
bro, like
clean. I'm happy for
I
him.
really think.
But you gotta respect the man's hustle, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hey,
you
bro.
gotta do anything to
Like
make sure
that
your
actor,
family
the
eats.
Generations actor. That's
Bro,
driving-
there's Uber. Dog.
Uber
Guys,
driver.
is
Get
that
it how you
true?
get. Yes, get it
I
how you
know
get
that.
it,
I
bro.
know
Warren,
that's-
yeah,
he's
yeah,
lit,
there's
bro.
also Warren as well. I get it. Warren, the one that's the bald head.
No, not Warren Masamune.
Warren-
Another guy, the Generations guy. He's
Oh,
a he's an Uber driver. Yeah.
Or something.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Papa
that's
Cheese. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dog.
Okay.
Hey, bro, get how you get it,
Get
dog.
your
You eat what
money,
you
bro.
hunt,
Hey,
bro.
Dog, like,
But
niggas will laugh, but you
Yes.
feed your family at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Dog.
Yeah, but you
so,
see,
Steve, what fan are you? Are you what?
I'm I can,
Overseas.
Let's go through the league. So in England,
Okay.
it would be
Oh.
United. Don't go.
Are you a multiple?
Yeah, I can't support one team, bro. Come on,
Okay.
you support one team. You support one
Okay. But
These
I
guys
wanna
fight
ask.
me.
No, I want to ask. Who's your first love?
I'm fine. To be quite honest, it will be Man U, dog. I can't lie.
Oh, okay. So no.
How do you feel about
I
a new
understand
coach?
that. I can understand that.
I said
And you're
that.
talking about the air of Mourinho. What air of Mourinho? You see these Portuguese people also. He's coming with the air of Mourinho on Moelfi.
It's because that guy dog was
No,
he was
they're
wearing hood by what is it, hood by A
No, English
in the streets with his boy. He had, came with the Valentino jacket.
no, English media sometimes, my man, like they like to
They
take
go
us for a
crazy.
ride.
Yo,
Yeah.
what they do, eh?
They need to
Nah,
calm
nah,
down.
English
nah.
English
They
media
take
show
us.
me every time that they doing it on purpose to rile rival fans and then to blow up fans. The United
Hey, they'll
like
set you up to fail
we-
nicely in England.
so
They put you
because
here.
Ruben Amaran, what they're doing to him is that
Bro.
effing bombers,
Yo, he's finished.
bro.
You know?
Dog, I remember how they paraded Ten Hag, bro.
And I was listening to
I was there for that moment. People forget that suit and a red thing, and he was in the stadium. They paraded him in the last game of the season, coming to clap to say he's ours. They were saying stories. Dog, I was there. English media.
I heard him today or yesterday speaking about how he knows who's come before him. And I mean these are guys who have achieved. Like yes, he's
Yes,
fairly done well.
sure.
in Portugal,
Yeah, but
2 leagues,
like there's
turned
big
it
boys.
around, cool.
There's big
And he came
boys.
to a fucked up situation in Sporting and turned it around.
But he's giving those chats, Sabo. You know, like when Mourinho came to Chelsea,
Bro.
he had that like I'm the special. He spoke something about.
I heard I'm not the special one.
No, he didn't
but-
necessarily say special,
No,
man.
he said,
I'm the right one.
McKenna's gonna, he's a good guy, but I'm gonna push it with him.
Yeah,
You know
like,
what?
he's gonna
Said
do-
something like that, dog. That guy said something crazy.
Bro, he said I'm the
Bro,
right
Ruben
one.
Amaran
I'm
said
not.
the
right-
He
yeah,
said,
he's
he
the-
said I'm
he's
not
the
the
right one.
special.
Yeah, like the right
Yeah.
one for this moment.
Yes,
Yes,
I'm the right one. This is the
yes.
perfect moment.
Oh,
for
so
me to
you
say I'm the
guys
right
trying
So
one.
I'm
to
not
tell
the
me-
special
you
one,
guys
I'm
trying to
the
tell me
right
this
one.
Do you remember
bouquet of
Jose's
smoke?
first? You remember Jose's first thing?
Bro.
Just maybe dial it down by 40%. Take it down by 40%.
That's mad.
Because Jose said
Okay,
crazy stuff.
but now I want to ask you a question. Because it's such a massive club, don't you kind of need to do that?
No,
Not
bro.
this place, bro.
Like he needs
No,
to back
bro.
himself.
You
Oaks.
have- you're
know-
not
you know-
coming into a
like,
situation
like
that
he needs to
allows
back
you,
himself
bro,
somehow. Do you get what I'm
you're
saying?
not coming. These niggas, dog.
And the
today,
players,
let
like
me
the
show you-
dressing
let me show
room-
you how sick,
the dressing room
how
also
sick
needs to
United
know that
fans
as
are,
well.
Can I show you how
Don't
sick
they?
United fans are? Man City lost 4-1 to that guy's team. Their estimation was that playing Man City in 2-3 weeks,
We're gonna do the same thing.
he's gonna cook them.
That's how crazy
That's not how
United
football.
is.
So with him doing that, he
That's how
gives
crazy
them
United is.
expectations. Of him not,
I got a
not
call
giving-
from a United fan. Said,
You see what my coach did?
You see?
Watch me in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
I said, what?
You know nuts that is.
With Casemiro.
Did-
I said, what?
Bro, in 2 weeks, you playing City, right? You maybe got to a training session and said, I left some players on the other side. Yeah.
Nah, you see even in the players like because now they're tweeting there like
amazing training session.
Amazing,
Yeah, right.
bro.
Rashford
When
said,
the session,
what
it was so refreshing.
Yeah, like what
I
a-
know this movie, I've watched it.
Bro.
They do this when you
It's
lose.
called, guys, it's called a bounce.
it's a
No,
bit.
it's called
comes
United.
Rashford took it too far. There, it's like I haven't felt this way since Sir Alex.
Ah, yo,
Rashford was crazy.
those were shots,
Rashford
eh?
was nuts.
Oh, those were
So he
shots,
said,
yo.
fuck you.
Yeah, this
The guy who gave him a debut, he said, fuck you. Mourinho, fuck you.
Bro,
Moyes, fuck you.
bro.
He wasn't there.
he hasn't
dog.
felt this way since Sir Alex. I said, this boy, which one?
Sidebar, how do you feel about Pogba training?
Wait, you want him back where? At United?
Yeah.
No, hold up.
He won't come back. He won't come back.
Wait a minute. Hold
Nah,
up.
I don't think he comes back.
Hold up, shit nigga.
Yeah, hold up. No, Pogba's Pogba, bro. Like the ball's still in his feet, dog. Like, but not at United. Like he needs to go under the radar, I think.
Marseille, bro. I'm telling you, that's the greatest move he can make.
Wherever he
France is
goes,
just
Bro.
exploding. And you want
I want him at PSG.
I think he must just go under the
PSG?
radar.
Nah.
I want him at
I
PSG.
heard you also want him.
Nah, everyone that's available, they say we want. We don't want.
Because Mourinho hasn't
Is there
satisfied
anyone
what
that's
you
as
want,
good
right?
Eh? No one.
We don't need him.
But you don't need him.
You don't need him. He can't be your solution.
He tried that already.
So
Can't be
you're
tried that.
telling me we'll buy him and we'll bench him because he won't start. I don't think he will start in the beginning. And this is Pogba. Remember, you've been out for so long, dog. You are itching to play. You know, so he needs to just go to a team where he's
game
get
out.
some game time.
Yes.
Get back into so a move like Marseille move I think would be good for him.
Rhythm, bro.
Yeah, rhythm. He'd be in France. He's still probably liked in France,
Yeah,
as opposed to
100%.
like in
Somewhere else.
Yeah, somewhere else they'll give him a lot of stick, and then build that like little rapport around his name again. Get out of the dabbing situation, play football, be a bomb again, and then maybe have another one last big move. You know. No, he was, but it was his case was that he didn't know and whatever. So they just chowed his ban. Like I don't know how they chowed it, but they just said we don't have to give you 4. It was 4 years initially, né? And then they I think they gave him 2 years. So yeah, dude. At the end of the day, man, all these footballers they all up to no good at the end of the day, somewhere somehow.
But I watched like a bit of a docu where he was talking now, and he was saying how he doesn't take stuff, bro. He has guys who give him stuff, right? So
He trusted in them.
yes, he trusted his doctor to give him medication for an injury that he was dealing with
Also, it's like negligence
on his
on his part. Yeah.
because he didn't double
Yeah,
and
didn't
triple check.
verify and whatnot.
So is that why they changed the time?
Yes.
They shortened the ban.
Yeah, because it was proven then that okay, this doctor has actually been giving him doses of this thing.
Okay, but now
And
why
it
are you
has
still
traces
blamed
of
for
this
that?
thing. Because you're the
At the end of the
You're
day,
the
you're
average
still
role.
competing. and
There's
it's
still liability. There's a
Yeah.
liability on your end.
at the
Check
end
what
of the
goes into your body.
100%.
But what made them that day test him was just always a random test for the whole team.
It's
always.
crazy.
They
Even, like
do
with
that,
that,
bro.
even with that boy from Paris, Kim Angonj, the one that got banned for what, also 5-6 years. Was
Bibo.
midfielder?
Bibo.
No, but people was for cocaine.
Yeah, but I get it now.
Yo,
The point is,
that's wild.
when do they test?
That's wild.
Not the same
So
thing.
sometimes
No one reads it. No, you guys are
But
mad.
testing. He's making a point about testing.
I know,
Yeah,
but I'm
so
just
then
saying.
they'd actually give you a heads up. Like, for instance, like you'd never know because you could find that Pogba was also maybe on the radar to say, no,
Oh,
you know what I
there's
mean?
something
something's
up.
going on, you know what I mean? So it's because think about it,
Because
dog.
maybe
I
they
think
would
a
have
lot
targeted
of,
the doctor,
yeah, a
saying
lot
the
of
doctor
teams-
does some other shady dealings. We need to check Pogba.
Yeah, like I don't think how many players are there in the world, dog? And then they just come and select you.
That's what I'm saying. like
all
it's
players get randomly tested.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, after games, bro, legit, it happens.
How often?
Like, they just randomly
I don't know
select
how
you. I don't know how often.
But I know it's
But they
regular.
randomly
Especially
select
like
you.
top leagues. It's
But
regular
don't you
testing.
burn through those things that the trace wouldn't be there?
Man, you normally know, man, when these guys are coming.
No, you
Yeah.
shouldn't
No,
know,
bro,
guys.
you can't
That's
know.
the whole point. If you know they're coming, guys.
No,
come
a lot
on.
of these
But
guys
I'm
know. Like,
saying,
bro.
Think about
but
the
people
Pogba
did
thing,
mention.
He was tested
Yeah.
by Juve's doctors. Right?
Yes.
People.
And obviously they went alone because they tested him. Then they said, "We'll be back."
Yeah, please,
Then they
please
wait.
check for us.
And then when they came back, they said, "Boy,
Trouble.
You
whatever
lie.
he's naughty." It was that kind of thing where the guys that you see in training at your club every day are saying, "Boy,
So it was an internal thing.
yes, Juve tested him and they found this thing."
Oh,
But I don't think Juve
okay.
is alone. I think there's a representative from the league.
That's what I'm trying to get at. It's kind of orchestrated somewhere. Oh,
That's what I'm saying. I think it more target on the doctor than you.
in Jumayelo, yeah. Oh, he's sneaking amongst people, yeah.
When did he catch?
For how long?
For what?
For what?
I know about the Linden Tambo case.
You know about it?
I'm saying I didn't know about that one.
I don't know.
And he's Kukuna captain now.
Oh, is he still playing? He didn't get a ban.
That's Kukune.
Still
He
playing.
was banned for. That's crazy.
Because people could have 5. And that was like, what,
Ah, but
2020,
guys,
ne?
people live like. Dennis Rodman would have been proud.
Oh, is it? Was he like,
He was heavy, bro. He was heavy.
within the life, bro?
Allegedly,
Like Benders.
allegedly.
Like you're supposed to be playing Bender.
Allegedly.
Oh,
This is wild.
baby, get up.
This is wild. No ways. No ways.
Remember Michael Jordan's son? When he had cocaine and breakfast? I don't know.
That's people. That's people.
Yo, guys are wild, bro.
Allegedly.
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 Oh, wow. Okay. Sharp.
Pretty.
It was just a sub story.
Did you see the football player now who killed? Who
Oh, that prize
got
guy.
into a
ne?
bad
He
accident?
killed the daughter and the.
In
No, he's
Tbilisi.
just Kukuna.
It's Cocoon, yeah.
Oh, it's Kukuni guy.
And they found drugs. Don Julio and
Killed the child. He left the car even. He hit them, left the car paste.
Yeah?
Yeah, he handed himself over.
Because 2 weeks. You what?
He handed himself over.
Yeah.
Straight off.
2 weeks ago, they were.
Oh
There
wow.
were another gent that he was driving around drunk and they stopped his Polo GTI. I forgot who he plays for. Also, he was in that same situation. So that's what I'm saying. The testing thing, I genuinely believe the same thing. It's like someone says, "Man, I don't think it's like that."
Everywhere, bro. Like how it happens here is not how it works.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
Because Pogba, the fact that Pogba's what's the thing? Doctors were in America. Most probably the doctors were implicated in something. That you go
Possibly.
It's the same. Have you watched the thing about Marion Jones?
I don't know.
About the steroids thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And Barry Bonds. They all had one doctor. They got caught because of the doctor, not because of them.
Even with
Lance Armstrong.
Yeah,
Same thing, yeah. They're like, nah, this oak
But
this
they
oak
guys-
cooks.
But we
I
need
would never take away anything from him.
and
Huh?
on that note, I just want to say I want to know Michael Phelps' doctor too.
Why?
I think he also did something.
Bro, he's the greatest Olympian of all time, bro. So you
Either way, guys, bye.